Pavitra? Pavitra?
Yes, ma'am.
Pavitra? You have
Yes,
seen
ma'am.
M Pavitra and Pavitra M. In which name I have to give co-host?
Pavitra M, ma'am. Pavitra M.
Pavitra M. Okay. Pavitra, I gave you a co-host. You just admit everyone now until 90.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear now? Okay. Admit everyone until participants from 90. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning, Maria. Am I audible? Maria?
Ma'am, yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible? Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Happy
morning.
welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Ma'am, have you come through only one gadget or two gadgets, ma'am?
Two gadgets, ma'am.
Okay. One is the J Wilson. In that I have given
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
your co-host permission. In that only you are going to share your screen.
Now,
Isn't
one
it,
more.
ma'am?
Devaki is there. Devaki
Okay.
laptop. She'll share.
T Devaki, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You have class.
Given co-host permission, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
That's it.
Happy morning to everyone.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Maria, you just to check whether JR madam has joined, Radhika madam and VC madam.
Yes, sir. Radhika ma'am not yet joined.
Gita ma'am, good morning. Sridevi here.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine madam, how are you?
Fine, ma'am. It's nice to see you after a long time. Thank you so much. You're conducting a very nice webinars. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you because of all of your coordination.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you for your interest to join
Yes.
in all our webinars.
Sure. Hello.
Morning, ma'am. This is Radhika here. I have joined, ma'am. I joined the meet.
Yeah, madam. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Can we start, madam?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead. Yeah, please.
Because VC madam, she's in some important meeting. She said if possible, I'll join.
Okay. Okay.
Maria, you check. Madam has joined.
Yes, ma'am, joined.
Yes, ma'am, joined.
Welcome, madam. Can we start, madam, now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Anuradha will start.
Okay, ma'am. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Good morning, everyone present here through this virtual portal for the national level webinar series on life skills. Day 1 session on interpersonal skills by Dr. MGR of Academic Affairs and Head PG and Research Department of English, E&RI College for Women, Chennai. To accomplish greater things with the blessings of Almighty, let us begin this session with invocation Kamitai Valtu.
சீராரும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டனிதில் திக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனன் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை பிறவி என்று செய்ய மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast. To the words of Shakespeare, we would like to invite Professor Dr. K. Geeta, Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr.MGR Educational and Research Institute, to welcome the virtual gathering. Please, madam.
Happy morning, everyone connected with us. I'm audible, Anuradha?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Teaching is an art, a life skill or art of living, which helps us to draw a personal and professional sketch of life. With this quote, I'll start. On behalf of Faculty of Education, I extend gratitude to our Honorable Founder Chancellor, A.C. Shanmugam, President A.C.S. Arun Kumar, an eminent person, for permitting us to conduct this webinar, and for their constant support and encouragement from the management side always. We have selected this topic because of students, those who are staying at home without coming to college and school. To develop their skill, we have decided to start this life skill as a topic for the webinar series. The World Health Organization describes life skill as the ability and positive behavior that enable individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. In a constant changing environment, a fast-paced world, life skills have become essential in overcoming the roadblock of daily life. From managing things better, processing emotions, and interacting with others, the need for life skill becomes necessary with the time. With this, our topic introduction, I'll welcome you all. I feel honored to welcome our beloved chief guest, Dr. J. MGR, Dean of Academic Affairs and Head of PG and Research Department of English, E&RI College for Women, Chennai. My hearty welcome you, madam, for accepting our invitation to share knowledge to succeed in career. Today's topic is interpersonal relationship. Humans are social beings by nature, and friendly relationship boost social and mental well-being. This topic, interpersonal skill, refers to the ability to positive engage with others, and coexist a host of interrelated skill of everyone's life. So on behalf of everyone, my hearty welcome you, madam. In spite of your busy schedule, I know that yesterday started Arts and Science College everywhere. Accepting our invitation, your presence, my hearty welcome on behalf of everyone. I am immensely pleased to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi, Madam, Dr.MGR Educational Research Institute, Chennai, in spite of her busy schedule. And today she said she may join. She was at some academic meeting. Anyway, my warm welcome to Madam. My hearty welcome to all academicians, faculty members, and students from various universities towards your interest shown to join in all our webinar series. I'm very happy to see most of you, every webinar you people are joining with us. I also welcome all the participants from various educational institutions from different parts of the countries. I extend my warm welcome to Professor V. Radhika, Additional Registrar, Phase 2 Campus, and all executives from our all the campus, Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, for their encouragement extended throughout. Finally, I'll welcome our executives, registrar, additional registrar, and joint registrars of all campus, teaching faculties of all the departments, both teaching and non-teaching, and also my dear students from all the departments. My hearty welcome to one and all present here. Being aware of life skill is not enough. You need to find ways to actively implement them for a successful career and relationship. With this, I'll end the welcome address. Once again, my hearty welcome to everyone connected with us. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, madam, for the cheerful and warm welcome. To throw a light about our university, we invite Dr. Sendamal Pavai to brief about our university.
Yes. Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, Chennai 95, Tamil Nadu, India, is recognized with the deemed to be university status and is graded as autonomous body. It acquired the deemed university status in 2003 as Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, as per the orders of University Grant Commissions and the Ministry of Human Resources Development. It is accredited by NAC with A grade and has received ISO certification 21001-2018 by TUV SUD South Asia Private Limited. ACS Medical College and Hospital, Velapanjavadi, Chennai has been brought into the domain as the constituent unit of deemed university through MHRD notification in the year 2008. Currently, the university has flourished into 14 different faculties. More MOUs, patent, unfunded projects are signed for having better industry institute tie-up and for knowledge upgradation of students and to equip them as industry fit. The university has an excellent track record in placements in leading software companies like TCS, IBM, Infosys, Accenture, and HCL. Students take their internship in foreign countries sponsored by our university. To promote improvements in the quality and usefulness of education, the Faculty of Education was established in 2005 by Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute. It is a co-educational institution offering 2 years B.Ed course with the aim to achieve professional values and to develop learning skills among the teacher educators by generating 4 C's: curiosity, creativity, competence, and compassion, in order to supplement the complement of NCTE. For more than a decade, that is from 2006 to 2021, the Faculty of Education has been producing 100% results and 100% placement. And this has been possible due to relentless service by eminent and dedicated faculty members. Students of B.Ed are placed in various reputed schools in Chennai and so on. So that's the glimpse about our university.
Thank you, Dr. Pavai, for the glimpse. As our-
Anuradha, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Anuradha,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
check whether madam has joined. Once again, you check. After that, you proceed with the JR.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Not yet joined.
Did you check
Joined,
whether?
ma'am.
Yeah. I
I'm here.
checked now.
Here.
No.
Vice
I am
Chancellor,
thinking
Vice
VC
Chancellor.
madam has joined. VC madam.
VC ma'am not yet joined. I checked.
Okay, we'll proceed. She has told me she's in meeting. Possible, she said she'll join. Okay, we'll proceed.
ma'am. As our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi is busy with academic work. She's unable to join us today, but we would like to greet her virtually with a bouquet. Please project the bouquet.
Nisha,
Azar.
also share your PPT.
Azar, can you try? I think Monisha's internet is not supporting. Pavitra or Azar? Azar,
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, screen. You are able to see your screen.
Yes, ma'am.
The bouquet for our VC madam. The next one. The next slide, Azar. I think this is a virtual bouquet for our Vice Chancellor madam. I hope she may accept it, and we'll send it to her through mail. Thank you, everyone. And we are consider it a great privilege and honor to welcome Dr. Radhika, Joint Registrar, Phase 2 Campus, to address the gathering. Please, madam, a few words.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for a brief introduction. Good morning, Dr. Geeta, ma'am, Principal Education Department of Dr.MGR Educational Research Institute, and to Dr. Mangair Karasi, Dean Ethraj College. It's a great privilege in welcoming you all for this session today. Our Faculty of Education is the most reputed and honorable department under the leadership of Dr. Geeta and her very learned members who are the faculty of this department. They have been performing so well and they have achieved so much that this department is one of the core departments today of Dr.MGR Educational and Research Institute. They have a track record of 100% placement, which makes them the most sought after department of the university, which offers the two-year degree program, B.Ed in the field of education. Dr. Geeta ma'am is known for organizing lot of seminars and workshops for students who are aspiring to become teachers, as well as our own students. She's been conducting this so many, especially during this COVID lockdown. She is one person who has utilized the platform, this virtual platform, to create awareness among a lot of people. When she began with a note that life skills are very important in today's scenario, not only to young professionals, but even professionals like us who are midway through our profession, life skill and the way we interact with people, how we take up our day-to-day pressures in life, the stress which we have to overcome every day. All these things have become quite important today. So Madam has chosen the right area to be concentrated upon, and she's brought in a lot of eminent speakers. I can see the list of speakers who have been lined up for today's seminar workshop. And Dr. Preeta, Dr. Archana, Dr. Lavanya, all of them are found to be eminent people who are going to enrich all the members who are going to attend this program with their knowledge and skills. So with this small note, I thank Dr. Geeta for giving me this opportunity to speak in this event. I welcome all the participants and wish you all good luck, and hope all of you will carry home back something at the end of this seminar being organized by our esteemed faculty of education. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank
And
you,
we
ma'am.
would
Thank
like to greet you with a virtual bouquet. Kindly accept our
Thank you so much, ma'am. So
virtual
interesting.
bouquet
Thank you so much.
as a token
Thank
of
you.
love.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Without further delay, we would like to request Ms. Maria Suganti to introduce the resource person of today's session. Maria,
Thank you, ma'am.
please.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. Happy morning to the beautiful gathering with us today. I'm profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest of today's session, Dr. J. Mangayar Tarsi, Head of PG and Research Department of English, Dean of Academic Affairs at Ethirod College for Women, Chennai. She has been the National Chapter Convener at LTI and Board of Directors, Advisor at the Chennai Literary Foundation. She has been involved in English language teaching and language teacher education for over 2 decades, working in different sectors and contexts as EFL, ESOL, ESP, MFL teacher, teacher educator, trainer, mentor of teacher educators, school leaders in the state and public sector in primary, secondary, further and higher education institutions in Tamil Nadu and India. Academic manager, quality assurance inspector, conference speaker, and an author. Her interested areas are impactful design of teacher education programs and sustainable staff learning and development. To add a precious stone in her crown, she is the recipient of the following awards. Top 50 Women Educator in Higher Education across India for the year 2019, Mayan Awards for her superlative efforts towards extending the reach of education in Kuala Lumpur in May 2018. Society of Maldives India Best Educationist Award for her meritorious and selfless service to humanity in the field of education, March 2018. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Students' Day Best Teacher Award in appreciation of her service rendered for her institution and students in 2011. Society of Maldives India International Women's Day Best Philanthropic Award in recognition of her outstanding contribution in the field of community outreach and services in 2018. Indian Confederation of Labour in 2018 Best Social Activist Award in recognition of her outstanding contribution in the field of community outreach and services. Mother Teresa Award in 2018 for her meritorious and selfless services to humanity in social service. Society of Maldives India Women's Day Celebration Awards in January 2017. We are privileged to have such an eminent and knowledgeable person amidst us. We are so happy to have you as a resource person through this virtual portal. I'm immensely pleased to welcome you, ma'am.
Welcome, madam.
Mangai ma'am, as a sign of greeting you with gratitude, we would like to present you a virtual bouquet. Kindly accept it as a token of love. Mangai ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And you can start your presentation. The stage is yours.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome. I'm so happy to meet you all this morning with a different set of strategies to be followed to interact with our peers, friends, home friend, and professional friend. Interpersonal skills. What is it? How do we develop that? All of us are imbibed with a lot of skills, and it's up to us, up to an individual to use the skill effectively whenever we require that. First, let us look into our own selves. Who are I? Who are you? How can you get it? How do you want it? What do you want it? Why do you want it? First, let us address that, who we are and what are our requirements to face our society. So how can we get that? It's imbibed within us, then how can we get it? Once we address these questions, once you realize your own selves, once you realize what you want and how you want, you visualize, you assume that, you visualize, you assume that, and next you have to think, how can you get that? So the potential, it's within you. We need not go around and search for that. It's within each individual. We have to find out that potential. And then finally, we have to decide what we want and how can we get that. First and foremost is to manage our time, to become a wonderful communicator, to interact with the world, to interact with the society. The first and foremost is to manage our time. How do we manage our time as an individual? We have to create something on our own, a self-discipline to manage our clock. We, all of us as an individual, we have a clock within ourselves. First, we have to manage that clock. We have to plan. For everything, planning is important. Even for interpersonal skills, planning is important. Once your mind is clear, once you're clear with everything, you can follow in your own pace to manage everything. To manage everything, I would like to give few tips to manage your time. The first one is you set your goals correctly. The second is to prioritize wisely. You have to prioritize everything wisely. The next one is to set a time limit, to set a deadline for everything. And then the next one is to take breaks within the task, to relax, to unwind, to balance everything. Next one is organize ourselves. Each individual, they have to organize ourselves. The next one is remove from essential tasks, non-essential tasks, and then plan ahead. For everything, you should have a plan. So that would really help us to correlate and then communicate effectively with our peers, with our friends, with our home friend, with our professional friend. The first one is you have to set your goals correct. How would you set your goals? How would you organize things? First, once you respond to the question that who you are, then you can plan what you want and how you want, how to achieve that. For that, you need to set your goals. The second one is to practice wisely. Once you set the goal, to reach the goal, you have to practice wisely. You have to use your knowledge. You have to use the skills you have, the imbibed skills you have, and then practice wisely. The third one is you set a time limit for everything. You can't leave it aside, and you have to set a time limit for anything, any task, whatever task you take, that would really help you. And the other one is to take breaks between tasks. And the third one is, fifth one is to organize yourself from that. And then you have to remove what are all unnecessary things, non-essential tasks you have been into. And then you have to plan ahead and plan everything accordingly. So that would really help you to establish you as a personality. Once you establish you as a person, you have to address your stress. All of us use this word called stress. Whether right from the school days and as an individual, as a professional, in the professional trend, most of us use this word called stress. So to relax yourself, first one is to exercise. You should have an hobby, and then the nature, and you enjoy the nature around you, and you give a therapy to your body, mind, and soul. Meditate. You listen to music before you hit your head. So these are all the one we have to address to. We have to practice to clear our mind, to keep our mind relaxed. The second one is, first one is stress, that is health. Second one is time management. Third one is social life. And fourth one is decision. First and foremost is health. Second, you have to manage your time. Third one is how the social life, how you interact with your peers, family, friends, and professional friends. The fourth one is decision. What do you want? How do you want? And how? What are your limits? What are your goals? And once you set that, you can easily move around and can easily communicate with each other. So imagine yourself in a classroom, stress-free, and then that would really save your time. And then after that, you can go into the interpersonal skills. So what are all interpersonal skills? What do you mean by interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills is nothing but skills already acquired by us, and how effectively we communicate, and then we carry it with ourselves when we communicate with the society. What do we mean by interpersonal skills? What is that? What is interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skill is a social skills, and any competence like interaction, communication with our peers, and the social rules we follow, and the relationship we create with our friends, how we communicate and change in our verbal and non-verbal mode, and the process of learning. So these all come under interpersonal skills. So what are all examples of some good interpersonal skills? The first one is active listening. So when you interact with your peers, when you listen to someone, you listen actively. That is more important. Listen and respond. The first and foremost skill you should keep in mind is listen. Listen carefully. If someone comes, you reduce your talk time. Listen carefully. Active listening, that would really help us to understand the world around us. The second one is teamwork. Learn to work as a team. All of us are different in our mindset. All of us establish, all of us communicate, all of us work in a different way. When we work as a team, we learn so much. That would really create a bond between each of us. That's better than any other bond we create within our family. In the professional friend, when you create that bond, you learn a lot. You learn from your peers, you learn from your friends, you learn from your team. So when you work as a team, you learn to share everything. You learn to share your knowledge. You learn to listen. You learn to carry out everything properly. You learn etiquettes, you learn body language. It encompasses everything when you work as a team. It teaches us everything. It's just like a family. First and foremost, you should understand that. The next one is responsibility. Be responsible for what you undertake. When you're assigned some work, when you are assigned some work in the professional friend, when you are assigned some work in the family, when you take up something, when you take up some responsibility as a brother, as a sister, as a mother, as a father, and as a leader, and as a dean, and as a teacher, and as a CEO or COO, you should be responsible what you are accepting. We are responsible for everything. So once you take up something, be responsible for that. That reflects your personality. The second one is dependability. Dependability. Don't depend too much on something. You should have plan A, plan B, and plan C. Once you miss out on something, you just emerge through the other one. Dependability. That would really help you to understand, and then you can once you delegate that, ensure that you do it properly. The next one is leadership. Leadership is nothing but gain confidence, and you should have the capability to delegate, carry out the work through different peers, and you should identify the best and you delegate that, and you should make the team work towards that, and you should make them feel good. And when you reap the fruit, and you have to enjoy that as a team. That is leadership. Next one is motivation. You have to motivate all of them. You have to motivate your peers. You have to motivate your group. If you are a teacher, you have to motivate your students. That would really help them to tap their potential, tap any individual. And flexibility. You have to be flexible. You have to be approachable. You have to carry out anything. That would be really helpful. Patience. That's the most rewarded one when it comes to interpersonal. So these are all interpersonal skills. These are all examples of interpersonal skills. And then I'll move to what are all interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills are the behavior and tactics a person uses to interact with others effectively. In the business world, the term refers to an employee's ability to work well with others. Interpersonal skills range from communication, listening to attitude, and deportment. First, you have to look into your attitude, and you have to tap it, and when you interact with the world. So I would like to 10 important interpersonal skills that can be helpful to your job, that is professional friend, to lead, to reach as a leader. The first one is self-confidence. The second one is relationship management. How you manage your relationship The third one is positive attitude. Fourth one is communication skills. Your body language plays an important role. How you present yourself, that matters a lot. And as a team leader, and how you communicate with your team. So now you can see the communication process. Among that, 45% is you can allocate to the listening skill. The next one is critical thinking and problem solving. First, how critically you think when you embark into a venture or any other work. First, you have to think critically, analyze everything. And when you encounter a problem, as a leader, you should know how to tackle that problem, how to resolve it smoothly. That is more important. Next one is receptiveness to feedback. You should listen and you should be available to resolve the problem. And you should accept the feedback, both positive and negative, as a leader. You may be in a different position. You may be a leader. You may be the highest position as CEO or CFO of a company, as a dean, or as a principal, or as a what shall I say, chairman. And first, listen to your peers, and the way you respond to your feedback really decides your personality. Next one is body language. You should avoid negative body languages. First, learn positive body languages, how to interact with your peers, and how effectively you can project yourself through body language. Sometimes you can communicate through your body language. So here in the communication process, 45%, the major part is listening, and the 30% speaking, and only 9% for writing. But in our professional friend and other places, most of the time we spend on writing skills, and that is wrong actually. So what are all the 4 important interpersonal skills? 4 important interpersonal skills are verbal. Next one is listening. The next one is written and non-verbal communication. So you should know how to differentiate verbal communication and non-verbal communication, where you require verbal communication and where do you require non-verbal communication. As an individual, you should understand and you should prioritize verbal communication and non-verbal communication in the proper place. So what are your strongest interpersonal skills? What are your strongest interpersonal skills? The first one is work ethics. You should know how you behave in your professional thread. Work ethics plays a major role. Self-confidence gives you that. The right level of self-confidence in your workplace, that really open doors and help you to gain recognition in your professional friend without you ask for. Don't demand, command respect. Don't demand work. You just make them come to you for work. Don't delegate. They should come to you once you make an announcement. They should come to you and ask you, what can I do from my end? So a good leader can make the peers, make the employers to work on their own. And when you assign something, when you announce something, if they could take up their role, if they fit into that role, and they do that. And the next one is relationship management. How effectively you manage your relationship among your peers, among your team members. Receptiveness to feedback. Already I made a mention of receptiveness to feedback, body language, and collaboration. How effectively you collaborate with yours. Next one is conflict management. How you manage conflicts. That reveals your personality. We do encounter a lot. We do face conflicts in our professional field. And then how effectively you manage that, and how you make them feel. End of the day, you should make them feel good, so that you just tap the potential and you just encourage and appreciate the positive attitude they have. And what are all the poor interpersonal skills? it is better to identify the poor interpersonal skills too. Exhibiting poor interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication involves interacting ideas with others using various communications tools, that is words, gestures, tone of your voice, facial expression, body posture, directives, and universal statements. For example, a sign of these are all poor interpersonal communication. So what are the tone of your voice that decides? Sometimes the tone of your voice, the way we say yes or no. So sometimes that reveals what a poor communicator you are, how poorly you communicate with your peers. And sometimes your facial expression that expresses, and sometimes your body posture, and you should be careful on your tone of your voice and the statements you make. So these all demonstrates how effectively you communicate with your peers. So how do you demonstrate interpersonal skills? So how you demonstrate? First, you should have awareness of yourself. First, you should know who you are, what do you want, how do you want, and how you are going to get that. And the next one is caring about other people. Empathize, empathy. That really takes you to the next level. And you collaborate. You collaborate and work well together with your peers. And confronting people when they need it. So you just when they need some comfort, be with them, comfort them, and clear communication skills. Whether it's a word or a sentence, in a sentence, limited communication requires. So limited communication to clear communication requires to carry yourself better in your professional life. And next one is conflict management and resolution skills. How effectively you resolve the skills. And constructive feedback. What do we mean by constructive feedback? That is how people can improve. Don't attack them on their negativity. Don't attack on their negative side at all. And you just approach with the positive feedback, and slowly, in a polite manner, you can convey that the negative feedback, and make sure that they accept it graciously. When they accept it graciously, they themselves, as an individual, can easily resolve it and resolve the conflict. How comfortable, how approachable you are, how comfortable you are, and how you make them feel comfortable and good. That makes a wonderful communicator. And then next one is, how do you say you have good interpersonal skills on your resume? All of us, we send our resume for employment, and how would you communicate? And so I would like to highlight on the interpersonal skills when you prepare your resume. Intellectually curious with strong leadership, communication, and problem solving skills. So you can convey that in your resume. And motivated to work as part of a team or as an individual contributor, building partnerships and fostering collaboration relationships across a global organization. These are all the points that would really help you to reach out to your employer. And how do you explain interpersonal skills in an interview? So first one, I told you how to prepare your resume, how to exhibit your interpersonal skills in your resume. And the next one is how to exhibit your interpersonal skills in an interview. Hone your communication skills. It may seem like a given thought that you have written clearly and you have communicated clearly. You learn the conflict resolution skills, and disagreements occur sometimes in every office. That's sometimes every time. Even in the home front, we do come across that. But in an office, disagreement, that's common. And focus on teamwork, how you work as a team, and emphasize diplomacy. So these all helps in an interview. These are all the interpersonal skills you can develop in an interview. So what are all the three types of interpersonal relationship you can groom within yourself? First one is friendship. How friendly you are. Friendship. It's an unconditional interpersonal relationship where any individual enter into by their own sweet will and by their own choice. The second one is love everyone. Love everybody. Platonic relationship, family relationship, professional relationship. All these are different types of interpersonal skills we can groom within ourselves to communicate with the society. So what are all the 4 skills for resolving a conflict? What are all the 4 important interpersonal skills to resolve a conflict? Communication. So wherever we go, communication plays a major role. Emotional intelligence. Next one is stress management. Next one is empathy, impartiality, and negotiation. So these are all the skills that will really help you to communicate well with your peers. Then how do you answer interpersonal skills question? So how would you answer? How would you interact? So it's a good strategy of answering an interview. In an interview, you can answer that. So you can make use of this interpersonal skills when you collaborate, when you present yourself in an interview. What are all personal interpersonal skills? What are personal interpersonal skills then as an individual? So the key difference between personal interpersonal skills and personal skills, it refers to the abilities possessed by an individual which are considered by her strengths. So as an individual, you should know your strength. You should know your positive strength, and you should know your weaknesses too. So tap on the positive skills, and then that would really help you to reach out to the best in the professional trend too. So what are all the 6 types of interpersonal communication? Already I shared that with you. And what are all the 2 types of interpersonal communication? 2 types of interpersonal communication is exchange of information between 2 or more people. So that is more important. And non-verbal communication, that is information communicated without being spoken. Without being spoken means through your body language. So what are all the 3 examples of interpersonal communication? So I'll give you 3 best examples of interpersonal communication. One is verbal, the second one is written, the third one is non-verbal. So how verbally you communicate, how effectively you communicate. So that gives confidence. The second one is written communication, and if you tap your potential, if you communicate in a better way, so that would really help you to communicate effectively with your peers. And the third one is non-verbal communication. So what are all the examples of competency? Competency is, there are 10 key competencies you should know, you should understand when you communicate commercially, when you make a decision, and when you are a leader, and when you should make others feel that you are trustworthy, and ethics, you should follow some ethics in any other field, and result orientation and problem solving. So what is your weakest soft skills? I would like to focus on the weakest soft skills too. So some of the soft skills you might mention when answering questions about your weaknesses, that includes creativity. Many jobs, it requires creativity. Most of the jobs requires creativity. Nowadays, we focus on creativity and delegating tasks to your peers, tasks to your colleagues. It requires creativity. And when you delegate it, when you creatively delegate that, that would make you an individual personality, a different personality. So all of them, they come to you when you assign some work, and they would really learn, they would work as a team. So what are all the examples of interpersonal conflict? So I would like to some of the conflict we come across. You always nod along. Sometimes you nod along, but you never actually hear what I'm saying. always your peers say. So you should listen. There you should listen. That is that is so unfair. That's not what we are talking about at all. So you should be approachable, and you should be neutral. And you are too worked up. I can't deal with you when you are like this. So when you are stressed, when you show your face, when you approach them with a different anger or something, so that would really affect your interpersonal skill. And what are all the interpersonal skills students require? Interpersonal skills students require is effective listening and communication. These are the two interpersonal skills our students require. So already I shared what are all the skills you require when you prepare your resume, when you face an interview. And the third one, the next one is, what are your strengths? Your strength is enthusiasm to learn something. Trustworthiness. You should make others believe that you are trustworthy, and your creativity. So these are all would help you to reach out to the next level. So these are all the interpersonal skills, the competencies I would like to share with you all this morning. And how to carry yourself in the professional front, how to carry yourself as a teacher, how to carry yourself as a student, how to be in your home front, as a sibling, as a daughter, and as a wife, as a father, and as a better individual in the society. So I just shared the tip of the iceberg, and there are lots to share with you all. And towards this end, I would like to thank the management of Dr.MGR University to have given me this opportunity to share some of my experiences with you, some of my thoughts towards interpersonal skills. And I hope that would really help you to tap your potential, to approach the world, to approach the society, to approach your professional friend in a better way. Thank you so much to have given that opportunity, the management, the staff, and the organizers for this morning's session. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to interact with me now. The floor is open to the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Anuradha, ma'am, are you there? Anuradha, ma'am?
Thank you. Thank you, Maria.
Yes.
It was a wonderful presentation, ma'am. Participants, if you have any queries, you can unmute your microphone and ask our resource person. Any queries from the audience? Ma'am, I think you made it clear. That's why there is no questions. And you explained all the four aspects, no? Verbal, non-verbal, listening, and writing, how we have to concentrate, and the right level of self-confidence, and how we should be responsible and what we are accepting, and don't depend on one particular aspect, and should have different plans to execute our ideas. And you clearly exhibited that leadership with 4 mathematical operations, plus the confidence level, and minus the fear, and multiply the positivity, and divide the workload. So it was really wonderful. And thank you so much, ma'am, for sparing your valuable time with us today. Please accept our virtual certificate as a token of appreciation now, and the same will be made today. Azhar, please project the certificate.
Thank you, madam. Thanks for your valuable speech, and
Thank you.
time also with us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Kindly accept our certificates through virtually.
We'll mail it, madam. The certificate will mail it to you.
It was really a wonderful session, ma'am. Showing gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful things humans can do for each other. As a sign of gratitude, we now request Ms. J. Vigneshwari to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Thankful heart is not only the greatest virtue, but the parent of all other virtues. Good afternoon to one and all present here. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start my giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. We would like to extend our cordial thanks to our resource person, Dr. J. Mangerkarasi, Dean of Academic Affairs and Head, PG and Research Department of English, Ethridge College for Women, Chennai. Yeah, she made it very clear that interpersonal skills are the behaviors and tactics a person uses to interact with the others effectively. And also she insisted about interpersonal skills, which help the students and teachers and to develop the foster strong work relationships with each other. All in one word, I can say it is really an eye-opening session to everyone. And sure, we'll definitely follow your words in future, ma'am. Thank you so much for sparing your valuable time with us, and the pleasure is ours for having you as a resource person. Thank you so much, ma'am. We would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to our Honorable President and all the executives for granting us permission to organize this national level webinar series on life skill. We're happy to render our heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor, Dr. MGR Education Research Institute for her inaugural address. In spite of his busy schedule, she's not able to attend, but we are giving her a thank you note. And also for Professor V. Radhika, Additional Registrar, Phase 2, Dr. MGR Education Research Institute for her felicitation address. Thank you so much, ma'am. And a note of gratitude is extended to all the heads, principals, professors, research scholars, and all the other participants from various institutions and our beloved students. It's a great pleasure for being with us today. And thank you once again for joining us through this virtual portal. We'll meet you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.
Kindly all of you switch on your camera for photo session, please. All of you switch on your camera. We'll have one photo. Dear participants,
Participants, please turn on your videos for a photo session. Pavitra, is the photo is taken? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vigneshwari, for your gratitudinal note. Thank you, everyone. Kindly fill up the attendance form shared in the chat box. Please do join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. for an interesting webinar on communicative skills.
thank you all. Thank you very much.
And all the 4 days, attendance link will be shared, and the last day only feedback form will be shared. Thank you so much.
இங்க போற ஒரு நிமிஷம் முன்னாச்சு வந்தாங்க. இது எனக்கு தெரியல. அவர் கூப்பிட்டு வரேன்னு சொன்னோன்னா அவர் பெர்மிஷன் கேட்டுக்காரு. எனக்கு கிளாஸ் இந்த நான் கேட்டு போட்டேன். இந்தியா